Hi, it's me again with Corel Tips and Tricks. Yesterday I did a video on this and I was uh, showing, see how rough this is? I've already done it for the I was just kind of playing around. I thought, you know what, I'm going to make a video because this would be pretty easy. So the yellow is uh, not grouped together, which it should be. I was just playing around with it. So I'm just going to nudge it to the left, and we're going to have to ungroup it in just a second. But what we're going to do, I've already done the THE. And this time I'm going to do the key. And if you'll just look how rough it is. So it's, to me, it's always better to do it in a line, an outline instead of the color, because it just kind of stands out. I made a copy so I can use that color. So we're just going to start with this K. And at first I'm going to use this, just the shape tool. And I'm just going to start deleting nodes that are interior. Now those two probably need to be aligned, so I'm going to select them both and right click and turn them into a line. The E's not too bad. You know, there's a one like that, and you're going to have some rounded corners. I think that's the actual text. But just delete some nodes that you know aren't needed. You know, like right there, that's a bad spot. And I'm going to shift select both these and then right click and turn it into a line. See how I straighten it out? I'm just going to do a few letters just to get him kind of to figure out what he can do and what he can't do. And because if you're going to print this, much like engraving this, these little bitty bumps in the road are going to show up, you know. So it'd be better to have it perfect. So we've done the K. And if you don't have, that changes right there, but we can right click, turn these into a line, and actually probably unclick it and move that one up because I moved it. Now we're going to go to the E, and I'm not going to do as much. But if you do this with the shape tool, you can change the actual letter. I don't want to get that part of the K. If you use the smoothing tool, so I'm going to use the smoothing tool on the Y, which is available in X7 or above, and I'm going to click on it. A lot of times the smoothing tool will want it smoothing out the corners. And if he needed square or rounded, not rounded corners, he could go with that and change it. Because now you can get your shape tool back. I'd go ahead and delete that node. Let's let's put this node on the corner. Grab those two nodes, right click and turn them into a line. Maybe delete that node then. Take the middle node away. Right click, turn it into a line. Now it moved it down a little bit. Let's move it up. Some of them are going to be curved because I think that's the way the font is, but we're just going to kind of make them all straight. So we've got that letter done. Now we're going to go over to here. Same thing. I'm going to make a duplicate of this just so we'll have the color. I'm going to take this one and left click, right click. Now this is a little bit different because it's a double line, but you can kind of see the roughness of it. I'm actually going to use a smoothing tool, and it won't work because I need to break it apart. Go to group and ungroup. Get the smoothing tool. You don't want your smoothing tool too big because then you could be changing more than you want. I'm just going to go over this real fast, and there actually might be two sets of lines there, and there are. So there's a problem. That's something probably I did. I'm going to grab one and move it down. Yeah, there were two sets of lines, and you don't want that. I don't know which one I was smoothing, but we'll go ahead and smooth this one out a little bit. And I just want you to see the difference of the text and how it looks on this. I'm clicking and unclicking. So let's call that good. Now I'm going to take the Smart Fill tool. It's already set on that red, so I can do that. back. I am going to take away the outline by right-clicking, and I'm going to Control G to group it, and then I'm going to nudge it over. And then I'm going to Control G to group that, and I'm going to nudge it over twice. Well, wait a minute, that was the one. That was my color copy. So let's go back and go here. Let's get the attribute eyedropper, color eyedropper, and fill in these letters. And don't forget to take away the outline. Select it all and take a right click your mouse. Now I'd go ahead and group it together and then put it over here. And I want you to look at the different, look at spot and how rough it is. I mean, look at that versus the K and the E, how smooth it is. And I didn't spend a lot of time on it. It wouldn't take him any time at all to do that. Anyway, hope that helped a little bit. Thank you for watching.